All right, guys, we are back. Today is Tuesday, May 19th. It was low float penny stock madness today. Some great movers. Let's take a look. First stock today, NNDM, which I believe had news of 3D printing. Let me see if I can look real fast here. Stock nearly triples in heavy volume after breakthrough 3D printing on circuit boards. Trade Ideas has a float of 4 million. I checked PinViz and Yahoo is about 7 million, so a little bit different. But look at the chart here. Small move here, nothing crazy. Got over $1, $1.50. Bounce back down to 125. And then look at the move on the 5-minute here. So smooth. Really started to separate. See the 13 when it's far away from the 20 EMA, that is an extremely bullish move. And it got all the way up to 375 near 4 and then came back down. It's holding pretty good after hours. This could move on a day 2 move. Look at the volume here. The up volume was very strong. And look at another wedge. This is my favorite move now, I think, on penny stock, low floats. This tightening wedge eventually is going to bust through. And look, it took almost a year plus, and then eventually look at the volume, 309 million. It will break through, and it actually reached, what's this number here? 397. So nearly 4. If this does have a day 2, sometimes they do. I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible. This would go to, of course, 4. I would look for the 4 break, and then this line here, this little gap, maybe 450 to 5. So we'll see. They'll probably throw an inside day like this. They usually do that. But that was a big mover on the day. So NNDM was an absolute home run for some people. I caught this. Let's look at Pixie. This was a nice move pre-market. Now pre-market, I like to trade sometimes too, depending on the chart. 3 minutes. See, this through this big candle. Once you see this candle, 109,000. You go to the 5-minute, it had 170,000. When you see that, that's a strong candle. That's not like, oh, 1,000 shares. So, and right here's your move. When you see this candle go to 8, the next line's 9. You can even do a smaller line, maybe 850. I like to go a little bigger lines because these candles are huge. You'll get wiped out if you put in a small 50-cent candle. It's too small. These candles are engulfing it. So I reduce your size, and then a low float should move, so don't even worry about that. So when this candle's here, you're either looking for a breakout line or pullback line. And where this go? Right to 8. Now, sometimes they'll bring it down like 802, 803. I usually like to do a 5-cent line, so about 805. Whatever the line is, I try to bring it 5 cents. So if it was 50, to say $4 for 405, or $5, 505, just like that. Because they trick you and pull that cent mark, and sometimes they don't bring it all the way down. So this was the move here, and you have 13 starting to move up. Nice move all the way out this first candle to, what was the high? 1494. And then pull back up, your first move. This is your first stop here because these are just moves. They're straight up. There's nothing really a pattern yet. And this is the pattern. Then up, then start to fade. So that's how you look at that. Let's see, DVAX. It's kind of choppy and went down. It's a good short. Nothing really I like there. DS was a nice late mover, so I have to roll up. Nothing here. A-bus, pre-market, and fade it. See, fade it. There's a short. Kirk was a nice short again. A lot of these moves when they're high and it's starting to move pre-market, it goes lower. A lot of times they don't pull back, so the move is pre-market. Excuse me. OPRA, not really great volume. Looking down here. And NDM and Pixie were the main movers. Trying to see if anything else is. This is interesting. HTBX. Look at this hold here at 50 cents and starting to move up. This could move towards a dollar roll. I like the volume starting to increase here. VJet has had an amazing move right to 150, right on the button, 3.2 million. What else we got here? Boxel. This is a former, definitely trash stock. And it's coming out of this wedge, and there you go. The first move out of this wedge here with tremendous volume, 6.8 million. Tried to stuff, get over a dollar, got stuffed, so keep that on watch. What else do we have here? SLRX. I think I called this back here, and I was like, this is going to break one. Then it just came back, and it touched one and came back. Now look at it here. And look at the volume, 3.6 million. This is really interesting for tomorrow. Let me put a line here. I'll put it right at 1. So you have the one level. You can see here, the gap here, the gap's all the way up to almost 2. Try to move here, nope. Try to move here in March, then came back and it sort of held 50 cents, 55 cents, came back up. Look at the volume now. You had 3 million. Then you had 1.9, and then start to increase here, 845,000, and then you had 3.6 million. Something's up with it. This will probably move into the gap here. Okay, draw a line. The 20 EMA is really the line here. You can draw a line. So if you draw this all the way up, sometimes it falls back in this little channel here, this little ascending triangle. So keep that in mind. And SLR, I have 3.31 million on trade ideas. Could be wrong, but it's probably low, the float. So keep that on watch. Now this is a classic right here. Move up, increasing volume, stair-stepping volume until you get a crescendo right here. Touch 90 cents and came all the way back. And look where it held, 13 EMA and 20 EMA. So, excuse me, if 13 EMA doesn't hold, and then you have 20 EMA below, and you had a cross, which is a change of direction at the bottom of the pattern. So this came back up, and watch that tomorrow. That is a classic move. OSTK, this could try maybe go towards 19 again. Here we have SGLB. Let me draw a line here. So this is another chart trying to sneak out. It's in this channel, and the next line, it keeps trying this 275 line, maybe 3. Watch for 3. Yeah, look at these volume bars. The white is up. So this really wants to go up compared to the lower volume days. And SGLB, I believe, is involved with 3D printing. And what did you have? NNDM. So this is a sympathy play. So I would watch for this over 3. RWLK, they might do something with printing too. I'm not sure. But this is really moving into the gap here. I would watch for 150 plus. GCI, I talked about this. Another very tight triangle, ascending triangle. Watch for near 141 plus if it breaks that. VIT, what is this? VITIQW. This found support again after a big move up and a crash all the way back down from where it was. You have 13 EMA support, so watch for that. Going down the list here, looking for other good stocks. This is like, what's it, 1000 VITQ. Another move here. You have the bounce right off the touch, 13 EMA, and then explosion with this candle today. So these patterns a lot of times are very alike. Just keep that in mind. Because of the SPY. Now the SPY sold off late. 390 was down, minus 390 because Moderna news, something with the news today about the COVID, their vaccine or whatever they're working on, out of some, it didn't meet points or meet the end point, something like that. But whatever it did, and then it caused the SPY to drop here. SPY was down, 30. Dow was down 390. SPY was down 30.97. So this is touching a 61.8 retracement. Sort of caught in between here. Dow Jones, same thing, put in a right candle delay after the 3 green days. So NASDAQ made a move higher, another 3 candles, and it's about this 91.85 area. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. See, after this day, and we're up, what was it, 900, was it even 1,000? I forget. It's not going to go straight up most of the time. So the day here, maybe we get a pullback. Maybe it keeps going here. We'll see. Watch for news pre-market. So that's the moves on that. See ETFs, TNA. I still like TNA. Look at this right here. It's having trouble with this 2320 area. You had a touch here, another one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 7 touches. So this area is very big resistance. Put in a massive candle today, which isn't good. So let's move this here. So you have the candle here, and it's very tight. If this breaks through, I would look for maybe 2057 area, because you have the 1320 EMA right here. So, and then we have this move here. See, this move is not in sync with these lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything's in touch here. This was out of place. That's why I don't draw a line through here. I mean, that is the lowest line now as it moved up. So we'll see if this moves here and comes up again. We're in this weird little channel here. So this triangle, descending triangle. But this has to hold, or else we're going lower. So stochastics crossed over. So that is bullish. So this could be a fake today. We could do this and then come back up again. After 3 touches, you have actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But you have a main touch, 2, you have 2 spaces in between, 1, 2, 3. Usually by 2 or 3, it'll break through. So this is real interesting. This could be 4 and we break through, which would be odd. TQQ. TQQ. It's the same as the NASDAQ pretty much. Mimics it. This is still in a nice uptrend. What else do we have here? Nougat. Called this a week ago. Nougat nicely moving up here. It broke through 75.50, 82.21. Still going. JNUG. JNUG is going from 85 to 107. Very strong move out of this tight triangle. See how it exploded up? So that is very good. FAS. This is another one. You had 1, 2, 3 touches now. This is on the way down, but 1, 2. Sort of caught here in this sideways chop, and it has to break over 32 about. So we'll see. Just take a look at my other ETFs here. Soxel. And Soxel's still in the uptrend. Bounced off this trend line nicely, but it got pushed down today. So watch over 140 on Soxel, 140. All right, so that's it. Just a recap. Some stocks to look forward to tomorrow. Penny stocks have been hot with NNDM, Pixie. They were the main movers. And anytime we get stocks over 100% each day, that's great for small caps, because that means there's probably going to be sympathy plays and other movers. So definitely be aware of that. So the market's still in this crazy kind of chop here. Once we get up here and see the 61.8 and then back down, this weird move here, sort of this like fake out for longs. Longs got faked out, and then the shorts got faked out. Then we went back here, and so we're caught in this line again. This is a huge line, this 295 about, near 300. So we'll see what it does here. All right, that's it. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and we are out for now. Peace.